Hello everyone. Today we're going to be reacting to the reacting of a react of a react of a react of a react. Leaflet is reacting to Rev says Desu. Oh my god, how do I even do this? Rev's video is they're finished, and her video is their left is in shambles, and yes, blah. Like that's a lot of a chain reaction of reacts that are reactive. So yeah.
You wanna watch this one? Let's watch it.
Okay, let's watch it. Yeah, let's watch it. Yeah. Why not?
Twitter and Blue Sky whining about so-called problematic YouTubers, including Kirshce. We've talked about before. She's nuclear to these people. They have all sorts of headcanon about her. She's been deemed problematic. Therefore, they feel the freedom to say anything they want about her, but also anyone she even comes into contact with, including individuals like the VTuber Chacha, who recently collaborated with her. And their communities seem to really enjoy the collaboration. But of course, people on social media are crashing out, trying to...
The sad thing is I totally feel this too, where like I don't really like collabing with people that aren't... that haven't done political stuff before. Because I don't want to like I don't want to hurt my friends, you know what I mean?
This is interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. Do I care what social media says about my friends? I don't know. Because I don't care about what social media says about me. I don't care. I mean, to be honest, I don't care what social media says in general, but maybe my friends do, and they could enter into a loop. So maybe this is weird. I don't know how to approach this, but then again, it's like, is it my fault for doing it? If I warn them that this could happen and they decide to go through anyway, then it's not their fault. Then it's not my fault. It's their decision to go through with it. So I feel like if I ask my friends to show up in a collab and they have like there's like a mutual consent, like, oh, you might get canceled for this, and that they don't care, then there's no problem. There's nothing wrong with that, and I shouldn't really stop or prohibit my friends from collabing with me if they really want to. Yeah, that's what I think.
I don't want to get them harassed, right? So it's like I just keep to myself because of that. I keep to myself and to like other political people. Cause
you see, like I honestly feel like people are very vile because, like, you know, I feel like, okay, Leaflet is not a perfect person. I can think of some, like, and I'm not going to list, right? I can see some flaws in her character, right? Nothing particularly too serious. It's something that like everyone kind of has. But I feel like that I feel like she's pretty respectful in general. And I feel like the way how people treat her doesn't show how like extreme she is. I feel like it shows how extreme they are. Like these people are really evil. They're like extremely evil and mentally unstable. Because like think about it, like these are there's like an entire community that dedicates like a lot of their time to hate watch Leaflet, clip her out of context, and hate her and whatever. And it's like all she's really doing is she's basically disagreeing with their narrative, right? Like this is really stupid and weird that they do that.
Because it's like there's really low risk of them getting hurt from talking to me, but everyday people, I feel really bad about it.
And to cancel both of them for this collaboration, even
Like,
trying to.
like you see, she's Protestant, and like from what like she doesn't seem to be very serious about being Protestant. But I'm like a Catholic, and I disagree with her, religious opinion, right? But I'm not going to hate watch all of her videos, all of her live streams, online stalk her, and like make my entire life about hating her. Like that makes no sense to me. Like why would I waste so much time into something so ridiculously unproductive? Like I don't know. Like that makes no sense to me. It just doesn't. It's like I don't get. I don't get things that aren't productive. I don't understand things that doesn't make sense in a long term sense.
Do virtue signal in replies of unrelated tweets, you know, the usual stuff. Because everyone on this scenario here has a round of Kirshce derangement syndrome. They not only want to say outrageous things about her and seethe about her every day, but they also want to
Like
seethe about.
I guess you could convince yourself like with the argument that like, oh, but you see, in reality, I'm not like, I'm actually her best friend because I am actually trying to convince her that she's wrong, and I want to convince her to think like me. Even if that was the case, I mean, like on my case, right? It's like if I think about it, it'll be like, okay, what is my goal? My goal is to go to heaven. I have to save my soul. Okay. What else? Well, I can also try to buy, get other souls for Jesus if I really can, right? And if it's one of those things where like if you can, congratulations. If you don't, that's fine. It's very hard to, and most people at the end of the day they fail, which is fine, right? So it's like, why would I dedicate my whole life to an optional objective instead of focusing on the main quest, on the main objective of the mission, right? If the mission is to save myself and saving her is optional, why would I risk everything for that? Not to. Right. I mean that makes sense, right? I mean it's not weird, right? So it just doesn't make any freaking sense to me. I feel like maybe I mean it's certainly not it's emotionally driven. It's not logical driven. It's emotional driven for sure, because no matter how I look into it, there's like just no semblance of any logic in there, like at all. Even if you're trying to like quote unquote, oh, I'm trying to cancel her because I want to like quote unquote protect the world from leaflet. At the end of the day, I mean you're obviously failing. So like shouldn't you put your efforts into something you're better than something you suck at? Like there's literally no logic. It's pure emotion. So I guess it could be some kind of psychotic obsession, maybe, or something like that. Maybe schizophrenia, something. I mean, at this point, when it gets to like the emotional side, it's just way too beyond of my my reach, right?
About anyone she collaborates with or they think aligns with her as a result of simply interacting with her. But of course, all these slanderous claims about Kirshce are something we see on the regular. You have this individual literally tagging her while calling her a white supremacist, and Kirshce would react to this tweet on stream.
Okay, well, let's do this song events again. One, remember back to when someone talked about the supposed great replacement happening in the UK? Didn't they admit that? Didn't they admit that they're like replacing people in the UK? The same fury made up by a white supremacist. Yeah, you agreed with that, or more specifically, you agreed. Blah 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 blah.
And make fun
Dude,
of this individual.
This guy goes after me all the fucking time. In fact, he went after me recently, and then he had to lock the thread. He got absolutely fucking destroyed. Let me see if I can find it. Dude got annihilated yesterday. And this is exactly why Black/African Americans hate white people like powder. Blatant racist stereotyping. It's just a joke. Not when the only people laughing are the racist pieces of shit scumbags. And then it says right here at the bottom, only some accounts can reply because they got so fucking blown up in the comments they had to lock the thread. Yeah. This guy is super fucking mad, dude. I wish I could find that thread actually. The whole thing. Yeah, there it is. Fucking locked up. Freaking powder, dude.
Wait, they're calling. I want to see.
Fucking
they're calling the Kool-Aid pineapple. Bada beep, bada boom.
Locked up. Freaking.
Still proving my point. What points? What point?
Powder, dude.
You have no like. What point? You're not making a point. You're not arguing for anything. You're just. It's like this guy makes a meme and then he tries to act as if he's gonna like. What?
Locked up.
What are you talking about? Okay, he must be schizo.
Powder, dude.
That's funny.
You think I'm racist, Nazi bigot?
That's a funny
You have
one.
pronouns in your bio. I don't even know what you are. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to reply to this, but then they got locked, so I couldn't reply. Unfortunate. Anyway, let's keep going with this. Yeah, this guy comes after me. This guy goes after me too.
And their unfounded claims, which is totally fair game, right? If
They're kind of like in the circle with like There's like a circle of these people, and like they camp. What they do is they camp like VTubers like me, Powder, Kirshce, Celestium, and like we get camped by these people, and then they just talk shit constantly
on social media.
Yeah, see?
Something
or better,
slanderous
I
about
think
them.
so. I don't know.
They have every right to farm you for content, but this individual doesn't agree, shaming Kirshce for going against a 59 follower person.
Wait, this was
now,
the wait. Hold on.
agree with this content.
It's like, okay, so again, you see how these people are generating entertainment for the people who they hate rather than actually cancel them or anything? Yeah, like it's like it's so weird to me because like they're like cartoon villains. It's like they're like the villains from Powerpuff Girls, right? They're like, ha, I am going to call you stupid, and I'm going to win, and you guys will lose forever, haha. And it's like, and then their plan failed because it's really stupid, and then they're like, curse you, Powerpuff Girls! Next time, I will do exact the same thing and lose again, or like you're cartoon villains at this point. Like, it's like I honestly wish that these people were like locked in a freaking intense therapy kind of place, because like these people are not well. Like imagine being like a parent. And you're walking into the apartment, well, of your 40 years old son, and he's just screaming at a computer screen, saying like, "Not now, Mom! I'm owning the chuds." It's like it's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's worrisome. It's very, very worrisome. I think is the word I'm looking for.
But this individual doesn't agree, shaming Kirshce for going against a 59 follower person.
Wait, this was the
Now,
wait,
I don't
hold
really
on.
agree with this logic.
This is the one I did a video on.
Because, well,
Watch Kirshce milk her viewers against a 59 follower person asking her questions. Wait, what do you mean? Wasn't that person on public social media? Like, wasn't that person publicly posting in social media? I mean, what did you thought was going to happen? Like, if you post cringe for social media, you're going to get bullied for it. It's something that can happen to anyone. She spurgs out for 5 minutes, says she's like when her audience spends money on her, and claims this random person would cheer if she dies. And this is the worst of all. Like, you know, like, these people probably are worshiping, cheering for death or stuff like that. Is this why people watch her? She literally just gets circle jerked and farms sympathy points by claiming she is being threatened when she's confronted. I mean, I couldn't answer that. To be honest, I don't watch Kirshce. I don't know why people watch her. She's not really my kind of content, not personally. So yeah, I couldn't answer you even if I tried. This is the oppression Kirshce apparently is facing, and it's embarrassing that she would even do this. Frick to you. Yeah, this is a delusional post, honestly.
I think anyone is fair game.
Like,
Don't discriminate.
it's okay to show sympathy for like, you know, like maybe a friend or something, but I mean, to like, these people is like, this person is cleansing them of any kind of like wrongdoing when they're clearly in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so freaking, it's just so petty.
Okay, when it comes to posts on social media, I don't care if you have 1 follower or 1 million. If you're going to attack someone and directly tag them, they have every right to respond.
Yeah, so no
In fact,
punching down,
you're
people.
getting literally what you're
Alright, here's
asking
my
for when you're.
Here's my take on punching down. You should counter punch every single person. It doesn't matter. Like, literally, like, if a dwarf walked up to me and, like,
To be honest, sometimes it's very rare and it's very difficult, but sometimes you can punch down and they can punch you back and they can knock you down. Like, there were some times where big influencers went to war with small influencers, and the small influencers actually won. It's very rare when it happens, but sometimes it does happen.
like punched me, I would be stomping the fuck out of them, to be honest. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
I don't care. If you start it, you deserve.
Absolutely, I agree with her on this, because it's like, okay, first of all, honestly, who made up these rules? Like, who? Like, you have to ask yourself, okay, who made up these rules and why? Right? Like, it's like, who? Like, why? Why can you not punch down? Right?
It's the same thing with, like, women that punch men. Like, I believe they deserve a full uppercut, to be honest.
Tagging them directly.
Okay.
Now, Kirshce would have some fun with this, saying monetize your haters.
It's like, and to be honest, I feel like when you punch down, it's kind of bad, because it's like, a lot of times your audience doesn't care, because, like, you're not talking about someone relevant. They want you, like, to kind of like punch up because they want you to engage with someone more relevant. So it doesn't matter anyway. It's like, it's not like it's not like it's like the peak content. Like, for example, for Leaflet, this wouldn't be like her peak content, right? Because, yeah.
But the thread below just shows how disingenuous and ghoulish these individuals are.
No, you don't get to
So,
start it. You do not get to start it and be like, well, actually, I'm like, you know, I'm so weak and small. You shouldn't hurt. No, dude.
For real. Yeah, you don't F around, and then when you get when you find out and you're like, well, but you see, this is not fair because I'm so weak and stupid and nobody cares about me. Like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. I mean, if you F around, you own it. You own it you own it. You just own it. You're like, yeah, I went there. I did that. It is what it is.
You fucking start it. You start it,
yeah.
then it's gonna keep going, and we're gonna finish it.
Yep.
The previous poster says, I don't even think that person or me really hates you. I don't know why you're freaking out when people are just describing why they believe you're a white supremacist.
Yeah, they flagged for PvP,
says,
exactly. That's how I feel.
I'm pretty confident. Okay, so this is worrisome, right? Because like for this Ava person is like saying that like, oh, I don't hate you. This is not the own you think it is. In fact, it's much on the contrary. It's very bad. Okay, because it's like if you don't hate Kirshce, you are admitting, like not only you are admitting to be completely insane, you are also dragging someone else with you. Because it's like if you're not doing all of this for hatred, then what are you doing all of this for? Because it's clearly not for business, right? Like there's obviously no rational like reason for this, and you are kind of removing like the emotional reasons also, because hatred would be like an emotional reason, right? So it's like, why? What you're attacking Kirshce just because you're literally insane? Like, what are you saying here? Like you're doing it just because you think it's funny? Are you the Joker or something stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Like just admit it. Yeah, I freaking hate you. I like this is, but like it's very likely that this is envy. To be honest, it's probably just a mixture of envy with wrath. To be honest.
About it.
And then that other user replies saying, okay, that's your opinion.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
I am not. I want to see what they say. Because proof, you say it's not proof, so this is going to be an endless loop that I promise you I'm not even going to entertain you. But you are entertaining her already. I'm not now, nor have I ever been a white supremacist. Don't even bother with that. Like you're not going to convince a dog that you know. I do not believe white people are superior because of the color of our skin. It does not matter how many times I say this. When people lie about you day in day out, like it's their job, I am not going to be kind to them. Yeah, that's very good. You know, like isn't that like there's like a lawsuit for this kind of like defamation? I think it is. Okay, that's your opinion. It's not like I really see you as less than me or anything.
Feel about it.
Which again, it also has like the same effect. Like, so what? You see her like as more than you? Like, you know, like your words makes no sense. You know, it's not really a lie. It's like connecting things to things you don't want to accept is a valid opinion. It's like saying you think someone is in the KKK because of how racist you are, and you say that you've never been racist because you have friends of all races. What are you even talking about? What in the actual frick are you even saying?
And then that other user replies
Stupid,
saying, okay, that's your
pedantic.
opinion. It's not like I really see you as less than me.
Yeah, we went over this one.
Which is very interesting.
He's
but
like, these posts just seem so insecure.
For real.
Like they just feel like they're so insecure from Ava here.
Add on to show.
You know, this is something that I was actually thinking today, early today. It was like there was like this very weird VTuber who debated Leaflet, right? And to me, the fact that this VTuber was willing to debate Leaflet doesn't salvage the character. much on the contrary, it makes the character look even more insane and stupid because it's kind of like, oh, I absolutely hate Leaflet. I want her to unlive herself, right? I will dedicate my life to cancel her and maybe even do something worse. By the way, I am perfectly willing to have a civil discussion, a civil debate with this person online, even if my intentions, like even if I go there with the intention to humiliate her. It's like, if you really hate this person so much, but you're willing to have a serious discussion with this person just for the sake of that, or maybe like even if you just want to humiliate her at the end of the day, isn't that kind of weird? Because normally, right, when normal people hate someone, they don't want to see their guts. And if they do, they want to kind of like get back to them with like, you know, like they want to throw a ruckus, right? They're going to be arguing and maybe even fighting physically, right? You don't discuss important things with this person, right? It's weird. It's very strange. You see what I'm getting at? Because it's like it just doesn't really save the character. It just kind of kills it.
Just how empathetic
Even more
and
so.
better they are by
It's
saying,
weird.
I was awake for 3 days when Charlie Kirk was assassinated to wait for updates. Clearly, I don't want any harm to befall you or people I criticize. Your rhetoric
wonder
is
if that's
bad,
even
in my
true.
opinion, though. So whatever.
You know what I mean? Like they always say
Okay,
this. Oh,
well-
like, you know,
Yeah.
when the Charlie Kirk thing happened, like I thought it was terrible.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bad thing. Like, dude, I wonder if that's even true.
Here's the other.
Yeah, like this is something very interesting, like at this point, like, you know, because I remember when Charlie Kirk died, a lot of people actually celebrated, right? So it's like, how do we know if this is not one of them who celebrated? Like, I feel like citation is needed here. I feel like we kind of need some evidence, right?
The other poster who got called out after tagging Kirshce saying, same here, Ava. I don't wish harm on those I disagree.
And it's like, it's because like these two like the usual suspects, right? They are usually so dishonest and such liars that it's like, look, you guys at this point, you kind of have a history for being dishonest. So forgive me if I take everything you say with a grain of salt, because you have a history of dishonesty, right?
Agree with either. So this is very funny. They're both making.
And it's not like they trust Kirshce, right? Because when Kirshce says all of the things she says, they don't trust her. So it's like, you know, trust has to be kind of mutual, doesn't it? Otherwise, you kind of have to treat it like a lawsuit where everything has to be proven with evidence. And because people are obviously not going to do that, then this conversation is just completely pointless.
Making it very clear they
Which it is.
never wish harm on those.
I wish harm on everybody that wishes me harm. It's that simple. I don't wish
I don't.
harm on people that disagree with me, but if they wish me harm, then I wish them harm.
I don't think you should.
I wish for harm for them to the maximum, basically.
That's even worse.
If you
Yeah.
if you wish any harm on me, I wish harm on you to the maximum.
That's
and they had
being vindictive. That's not good.
on when the Charlie
As I said, you know, like Leaflet does have like some
happened, I
problems.
was scared that others would be targeted.
Because like this, you know, like I know this because not only I'm Catholic, on my TRPG, right? I made it so that Bellator, which is basically the devil of my word, he has incarnated into 7 different incarnations, and each one of them represent one of the 7 cardinal sins. So, because of that, I had to go out of my way to learn all of the 7 sins. What Leaflet is doing here is the sin of wrath, because it's like not only is it not only is she being vindictive, like revenge, vengeance, kind of like she's also being unfair, and it's like usually when someone is being unfair, you can easily spot wrath on that person, because wrath is like wrath is basically wrath is only unfair when it's like blind. It's blinded by pure emotion and not any kind of like reasonable. It's not a reasonable response to some kind of violence, because like, you can be like you can be like wrath in a way that is not sinful. So wrath is like a very particular sin, because there is like it is a sin, but only under certain conditions, and usually like the main condition is basically just injustice. So right here, like Leaflet is not like she's not being like one eye for an eye. She's basically being like one eye for 2 eyes, or maybe even more so than that. So she's being sinful here. She's basically sinning here.
Look at it too.
According to my church, right?
These 2 people are lying.
Basically, I never start it.
Maybe she wouldn't believe in that.
Ever. Like
I don't know.
I don't want to start like this kind of like how do I say? I don't want to start the aggression, but then when you aggress on me, then I take it as far as I want, basically, as far as I can. Honestly, like it's not my fault, right? Like if
this is something. I don't think she should publicly say this for her own interests, because it's like if this audio pops up in an audience in a court of justice, it looks really bad, because you kind of have to like like when you go in court for like self-defense or something like that, you really have to prove that like, oh, I was literally just trying to protect myself and my family. I had no intention of like, doing what I did. I just really felt like I had no choice. But when you say things like, oh, when someone attacks me, I want to end them as much as I can. Yeah, like that sounds really bad. I don't think anyone should publicly say something like that at all. It sounds a little bit unhinged, especially in court.
If you try to rob me, it's not my fault that you're trying to rob me. It's not my fault that you're threatening my life, right? I'm not gonna assume
there is
that,
a saying
you have any intent.
Like I once said a police officer in Brazil saying this beautiful line. It's like we never go out of our homes to kill anyone. They, the bandits, they come out of their home to die, and this is true. Like this is it's just true. It just is, right?
If you fake that you're
it's
trying
like,
to hurt me, does that make sense?
The problem here is that they don't value their own life.
So this person points out, no, you.
There's like a more famous, like kind of like a famous joke, which is like they value my property more than they own their own life. I mean, this is basically another way of saying it, and it's true. Like they don't value their lives. They don't value their lives at all. So yeah.
Of you, not.
Oh, and what do you know? These people saying, "Oh, we cried so." Okay.
Trying to hurt me.
Out.
Let's see. Well, let's see what this person. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh my god. This is beautiful. This is so funny. So, a few minutes back, me and Leafy were like, I wonder if that is true. I wonder if they really, like, if they were really, like, they're really mourning Charlie Kirk's, like, life and this and that, because a lot of people, they were celebrating it, and these people have a history for being liars. Well, it's Christmas. Today is my birthday.
No, you didn't. Here's some highlights of you not doing that, saying
We feel go full Carmelo Anthony in your ass, bro.
F Charlie Kirk.
Bro.
Saying he's people's Lord and Savior, and, well, no one's left to debate after he was assassinated. And basically mocking the Charlie Kirk insanity, among many other things, right? And Kirshce says...
And remember what I said in the beginning of this thread? That this person was being a clown and that they deserve to be clowned on. My point proven. My point proven. Like, they gave them, like, you give a clown the benefit of the doubt, and what do? They clown more. Lying again. Imagine my shock. Wow, much genuine conversation, Lamau. Like, holy moly, you just... It's like, these people are just so unhinged. Like again, cartoon villains. They fake sympathy. And then the moment you consider, like, you know what, maybe, just maybe they're real, like, maybe they're really feeling bad for this. And then, boom! Bada bing, bada boom. Just like that.
Lying again, imagine my shock. Wow,
Yep.
Much genuine conversation. But wait, it gets worse. Not only
Yeah,
is that...
it's obvious that Ava was also doing it, to be honest. Like, yeah, I mean, come on. I mean...
User lying about being distraught in regards to what happened to Charlie, but so is the user Ava. And you can see their post.
Dude, this is insane. This is insanity. Like, honestly, oh my god. I feel like this should be a crime, to be honest. I feel like this should just be a crime. Like, I feel like you should be, like, kind of like put into rehabilitation, rehabilitation or re-education or whatever the fridge for posting stuff like this, because this is just pure insanity. This is like I don't think the people need the freedom to be evil. I don't think that's something necessary. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking, but that's kind of weird.
These people are like literally free-run demons. They just fucking lie about everything.
Bro's last
Dude.
words
True.
were gang violence that
True.
proceeded to
This is
die
so
to
fucking annoying.
non-gang violence crimes with visible contained laughter. Here's another one saying Charlie Kirk and his religion would also like us to be suffering for eternity. And this one really says it all. Charlie Kirk just got slimed.
That's racist, bro. That's so fucking racist, man. Shit. Dude, my people are so oppressed. It's like,
This was on the
this
day
is so fucked up.
of the assassination.
That's our
this
word.
was the person claiming they're up for days, mourning and fearing what is happening and trying to get updates.
Yeah, no,
But
this is
was their
disgusting.
gut
This is absolutely
reaction to
disgusting.
what happened. These people are just incredibly disingenuous, but let's get back to the main topic here. You can see how hard these ghouls are trying to push for this narrative about Kirshce, and they also exact a sort of purity testing to anyone who comes into contact with Kirshce, including the VTuber Chacha, who, as we saw earlier, recently collaborated with Kirshce. Now, this was the response from some users saying, hang out with Nazis and then don't go around crying that they're calling you a Nazi. As always, they call you that to justify their terrible treatment
Hang out with Nazis
of you and all the harm they
Yep.
wish upon you, and also the purity testing they apply to those who come into contact with you. You are literally like the plague. Anything.
It's like, okay, this is like, you know, like I feel like there was a time where I learned, because I read some books, right? I don't read as much as I should, not even close. But I did read a few books about like I read like a book about well, what's it called? The Inquisition. I read a little bit about the Crusades, not too much, but a little bit. Small like booklets. I think it was published by a priest or whatever. And it's like, and you know, like this got me to learn about heresy and heretics, right? And this kind of became like my favorite word, right? And I would just call everyone a heretic. You know who would care? You know who would care about being a heretic? Not the heretics. Yeah, they didn't care at all. So what's the point? You can call people Nazi. You know who doesn't care about being called a Nazi? The Nazis. Yeah. Just like that. So what's the point?
You come into contact with is now a no-no and problematic, and you're applying the same ridiculous, slanderous label you gave to Kirshce to anyone who interacts with her. But this is an interesting post because it is in response to a now deleted one from this tyrannical handle here, where basically this user directly tagged Chacha and tried to collab police her for working with Kirshce. And they weren't done, I guess they didn't delete this one, on a completely unrelated post from Chacha. They replied saying, why collab with hit white supremacy tuber Kirshce? You could always just not. Well, you could always just not say ridiculous things in the replies of completely unrelated tweets to morally virtue signal about people's collab partners. But you just look at the accounts of individuals who are doing this. I mean, just look at the...
To be honest, now that I'm thinking about this, in a weird way, this is kind of on Chacha for not like gatekeeping her community. And in a weird way, she's kind of being riddled of the trash. She's kind of like, yeah, because these people are obnoxious. They're not real fans. Like, you cannot look me in the eye and tell me that they are real Chacha fans, right? You just can't.
Pride Month, 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 jaying off. Yeah, so without their identity being the core of their personality, they would have nothing else to say. But
so true.
Here is
well, I have a personality, asterisk, born addiction, asterisk.
Another individual saying, seeing Chacha interacting and collabing with Kirshce without knowing the drama she did is quite saddening. Oh well, the drama. Yes, people slandering you and you responding to them is apparently the drama.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to punch down, that's why.
But we've seen that
just take
already
it.
in this video. But I thought,
just take it. Just take it. You can't punch down. Please don't punch down. Just take it.
Before this was hosting this.
You know, this is another like good point. It's like, oh, you can't punch down. This is unfair on the person who's being punched up. It's unreasonable for you to ask someone who is being punched up by a bajillion of goblins to never punch down. It's very unreasonable for you to ask that because it's just not fair. Yeah, I feel like Leaf totally has a point here for sure.
Quote, saying social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. I guess they should take their own advice and the messages they're trying to post on social media before they make these ridiculous claims and collab policing type efforts on people
they wouldn't
online.
do this shit. They wouldn't do this
But
shit
then
like
you can see
to your
the
face,
common
you know?
thread here. Chacha posting about something completely unrelated, but that's not enough for these people. You can see this totally well-adjusted individual saying, it's a shame you align with a literal white nationalist that joked about the death of a victim.
Dude, from now on, these people say this shit so much. Like, they cry wolf so much from now on. Next time they say that, they're like, like, you know, Liz is a racist, like, white supremacist, whatever. I'm just gonna say, yeah. Yeah, you got me. How'd you know?
By repeatly calling them a predator.
Fuck.
Great example for your kids. So this totally
I was trying to hide that, but you know.
her as a mother for collaborating
sarcasm.
with
Okay.
Kirshce, and I don't even know the context
I'm really bad
of
at
what they're
sarcasm,
talking about, but you can
tell.
see they're obviously a very poorly intentioned person by saying stuff like this. But of course, they weren't done. Here was a totally unrelated post where Chacha was talking about the game mixtape game, if you can actually call it that.
Show them your award,
this.
dude. You know, I kind of do want one, dude. You can get in contact with them if they can get some awards made. If I'll pay for it. You know, I'll pay for it. You know, and ask them if I can make a trophy with their thing on there. Have it shipped to me so I could put it up in my room. You know.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty sick.
Because she became white.
BG Cybernaut, thank you so much for the 100. The fact
Twitter,
that Chacha was very willing to step out and do his collab
made her white.
It's great. That's great, yeah. But these people have cried wolf so much that I don't even care what they say anymore. It's like, call me whatever you want. Like, it doesn't matter anymore.
Nobody cares.
It's fine with collaborating
Literally nobody
with people
cares.
who call victims predators. We made the wrong people.
It's like
Rumble Wallet. I didn't.
Look at profiles like this, and they have.
You can go to actual like
it's like,
leftists, and if you're talking about like an influencer, you're like, oh, this person, by the way, they are an actual fascist, and they're like, oh, dude, those are the worst, and you're like, no, you don't get it. They are actual fascists. They love Benito Mussolini. And they're like, oh, brother. Oh, my God. Yeah, like, there's a lot of people like that. No. You don't understand. I am not saying, like, oh, they're kind of like fascists. No. They are literally fascist. Like, seriously, I tried doing this once. You are not going to actually convince them that the person you're speaking of is actually fascist. You're not. It's weird. It's very weird.
Being so unwell, so
because,
unhappy that you're...
You know, like they cry wolf to themselves so many times, right? They're like, yeah, they're all just fascists. No, they're not. But this one actually is. Like, nah, man. It's like they don't believe in anything. They don't believe.
With the person you hate. I mean, talk about
so
mind-broken behavior.
It's so weird.
You can see they've
Obsessed.
dedicated their life to whining about all the problematic people on social media.
You know what it really feels like, to be honest, is like these people, they don't have any identity. They don't have a sense of, like their entire personality and identity is nothing. And this is why they have to cling on to these, like, really, like, they have to be obsessed about these sort of immutable characteristics because nothing else describes them. Like, when you say, like, tell me about yourself, the only thing they have to say about themselves is, like, oh, I'm like, my skin color is this, or oh, I'm like gay or something. Right? Like,
they just read their character sheets. I can see that.
Nothing else. Like, there's nothing interesting about them. That's why they cling to it so hard.
Including me, of course. They have a bit of the RDS, and I saw this post where someone was happily sharing that
what the hell?
Had our plushie campaign, which is of course concluded, but they said some poor kid in Bengal is working their behind off to make.
Rev, I want to tell you, on behalf of that poor kid in Bengal, thank you so very much for giving that kid a job, so that that child can provide food for their family. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so very much. Hold on, let me just. Okay, we're good.
Make these bad.
But seriously, thank you for giving that poor kid money, a job. You are doing God's work. Thank you, Rev.
Looking plushies. Well,
actually, for me, it's China, and it's adult women, which they're more effective, to be honest, because like kids are too small to get it done fast enough, you know.
I would think the nearly 1,000 people.
And like when they carry stuff, like when kids carry.
I wouldn't underestimate China. Like Chinese kids are very dexterous. But go on.
Carry stuff, they can't carry it like think about like how wide their steps are compared to an adult, right? So like if they're carrying like a box like across the factory, it's like they just do it way slower, right? The only thing that kids are really good for is making bombs and like munitions, to be honest. So like you know, if I were in that business, then maybe, but then, you know, with plushies, it's not really worth it.
Who order these would disagree with that.
I don't know
Also,
about that.
Again, they slander as they breathe. Just to clarify for this individual, right from Uwa Market's own website, they craft their products in factory.
Well, the good thing about kids though is they only take like 5 years to spawn, right, compared to like an adult.
Wait, you're not actually giving money to some children in Bengal, Rev? How could you lie to me? I thought you were giving money to poor children in Bengal.
Like an adult, you know, to get like that, to get the stride where you can walk at that speed, you can carry like stuff this weight. Like we're talking like 18 years here, right? Whereas like a kid's like a 5-year spawn to like work on some stuff. So, you know,
Texas in the United States.
they eat less
so
you. True,
you
that's
lose.
true.
Also,
they'll do it for candy.
Bookmark your calendars for the birthday collab I'm doing in about a month or so.
To be honest,
will be very
I think some people don't like when I say this. I think children should go back to work, not on the coal mines, because I feel like the coal mines were like a rookie mistake. Why would you have kids in a mine, right? They're like Leaflet said, they're too weak to carry all of that stone. You want to have them on different jobs, like maybe selling, you know. Like I remember this one time I went to the it was such a cute moment. I went to like a pizzeria. It doesn't exist anymore. Like it's closed, and like the mother who worked there, she was like kind of trying to teach her daughter like how to work the pizzeria. So she actually had her daughter like what do you say, like charging the credit card from, you know what I'm saying? Like she had me pay, you know. It was a really cute moment, you know what I'm saying? It was really candid. But I really don't see any problem with like children working if there's like, you know, parents like supervision and approval, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think, and it's like some specific jobs that like doesn't like put the child in danger and stuff like that. I really don't see like an issue with that. Like kids can be really good at selling. They can be really good at selling stuff. So you can really just put them like behind like a yeah, I mean, you know.
They'll do it for
clerk.
candy and cocoa
Store
melon.
clerk, right?
Yeah, way better deal.
I mentioned the insane asylum known as Blue Sky.
Why would you?
Had
The Blue
some
Sky
things
is
to say about this
basically
collab as well.
social media
This
hell.
individual saying, "How the heck are you Latina, yet you're willing to collab with a white supremacist?" If you want to know who I'm talking about Chacha and Kirshce. So this is very funny. So they bring out the fact
Seriously?
that
Fucking
Chacha
hell.
is Puerto Rican, which is very funny because given her past joke about ICE, people were saying that it was offensive, not acknowledging that she is Latina herself. And now
I'm surprised that Blue Sky still exists, to be honest. I really am.
Now they're correctly identifying her as that to cancel her for working with Kirshce, who they believe is a white supremacist.
So doesn't that make her racist for canceling a Latinx, a minority person? She's racist. Oh my god, I can't believe she's racist.
It's interesting how that works.
Right.
But then again, you look at the accounts, and I mean, I would say this is outrageous, but this is just blue sky. It's, and yeah. Tough sledding.
You see what I mean? Look at guys.
Dude.
Look at the buffs. Look at the buffs they have to cast to have any sort of personality.
Yeah.
Tough sledding. And just like anything else on Blue Sky, their
holy fuck, man.
Tweets, posts, whatever they call it here, is asking for money. I'm sure your
the
efforts,
world
if you're
debuffs.
having financial problems, would be a lot better suited if you were, I don't know, doing anything but whining about all the problematic VTubers in your head. But anyways, some people were saying, seriously? Effing hell? Now she collaborated? I know she collabs with Fillion, which is one thing, but effing Kirshce.
What's wrong with collabing with Fillion?
Still mad at Fillion. Many such cases, but it continues on. The poster we just talked about clarified, doubled down, saying, oh, I just remembered that this is the same VTuber joked about Fillion being deported by ICE. Yeah, no wonder she's willing to hang out with Kirshce.
Because she's like the Latino boy or what, Filipino boy,
usual
right?
Suspects on Twitter because she made a joke about Fillion's MIA status from streaming, joking about ICE coming and getting her, and it was very clearly a joke, but people.
Dude, this is so sick because it's like, you know, like they're clearly just having fun. You know, like Chacha is like kind of like a close friend to Fillion. And it's like, you know, like everyone in the room is having fun, everyone is chilling, everyone is cracking jokes, but then there's this one person who just can't have fun. It's so annoying. You know, like just leave the room. If you can't have fun, then leave the room. The room was not made for you. It never was.
Morally virtue signaled about
it was made for Tommy Wiseau.
Chacha, who doubled down and said, I have nothing to apologize.
The best actor ever
acted backlash, which was action. Very refreshing to see. But of course, more VTubers are weighing in on Blue Sky, saying, oh, I must have missed that. Holy moly. And you look again, and it's just like, what are we dealing?
Oh my god. Oh no. You know, I can say this kind of stuff, right? Because I'm part of the community, right? You know, you don't have to say it. You don't have to say you're autistic because we can tell. You don't have to say you're autistic. We can tell you are autistic. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
With here,
dear femboy VTuber. Oh my goodness.
Communists. Very, very interesting. Once again.
Hold on, I need to see. Do they stream? I need to know. I need to know the answer. Dude, the buffs are insane on this one, chat.
For real?
Oh my god. Oh. Dude, is this real? Is this actually... Dude, chat, you're gonna have to see this buff list, man. This buff list is insane. You guys are not ready for this. Look at this buff list right here, dude.
Oh my god.
VTuber, leftist activist, gaming streamer, they, them, autistic, disabled, chronically ill, black, Boricoa, Alaska native femboy, queer, trans, stoner, anti-fascist, communist, baby bread tuber, mutual aid.
Look at the lengths they're willing to go.
This is so crazy.
Only to imitate a fraction of our power.
This is so crazy. Sweeping the Nazis down, their videos here. Bro, they're dude, they've got, oh my god. They're like buffed up on
Meanwhile, my bio, let's take a look at my bio. I think my bio is just like, oh, I'm Catholic, I make games and I cook food. It's something like that. It's just so, it's just like so whatever, right? It's just so like, you know, I don't care. just say hi, you know, just come and say hi and follow me if you think I'm interesting. Maybe. Also with the Vatican and the Cross of Christ, I design food and cook games. Voxel artist. Maybe I shouldn't put voxel artist here because I don't know. It's not like people are gonna pay me for anything like that. Reject the worldly, embrace the kingdom of Christ. And then I have like my Fiverr. I don't know why I have my Fiverr. I don't. Is it because of like the freaking, what's it called? I should remove my Fiverr from this freaking thing. I think it's because of like when I tried to like, what's it called? Edit videos for like $5 or something. Edit YouTube videos for people. But then nobody contacted me, so I don't know.
Two guys, like this goes deep. This goes deep, chat. Like, dude, look, their models buffed up too. Like, even their models buffed up. Dude.
Oh no.
Holy fuck. I think this is the final boss, man. This is like, yeah, this is like final boss shit right here.
Kami's catching an L, but then again, they probably feel very safe on Blue Sky. Also, I just noticed another person who identifies as an it's. That has been a theme of both of my videos today. People
MDNI means minors don't interact.
Identifying
because they like prawn.
It's. And treating
so it's
people like
don't look
objects,
at my stuff, basically.
Ironically enough. But they added on saying, I'm not surprised that Chacha is collabing with Kirshce. She loves a Fillion collab historically. Edgelord Central. She loving those white supremacist dollars.
But, wait, is that white supremacist? Yeah, dude, what? Yeah. White supremacist? Where's my money? What do you mean I've been doing this for free?
People are talking about where is this white supremacist fund where all these people are getting their money from? Also, anyone who spells whites like this terminally online, absolutely terminally online.
Isn't that YouTube?
And I'm sure this person
I thought it was YouTube.
About this video I uploaded to Patreon today, a new exclusive talking about the Carmelo Anthony guilty verdict and the ghoulish responses from many people on social media. Not only
know BB gave you the 7K
verbalizing a lot of violent
I did have the Israel hat in my closet. The Israel military hat. Yeah. They didn't give me any money though. Wait, hold on. So you're telling me that all I got was a fucking hat?
Wait, you have like the Israel hat? That's
all I got was a hat. The Star of David hat? No, it's a hat that says Israeli military on it because I used to play airsoft. I used to play airsoft and my dad went to Israel to go visit all the, you know, the holy sites and stuff because my dad, you know, Christian family. So he wanted to go, you know, see the tomb of Jesus and all that stuff, right? Or all the stuff.
Oh, that's
happened.
cool.
I don't know. Cool. You know, all the, you know, the religious tour.
No, yeah, that's cool. That's
like,
cool. That's
see
cool.
all this stuff, and then he goes leaflet. I got you something. I was like, yeah. He's like, I know you like that military stuff.
Oh my god.
I got you a hat, and it just says like Israeli military on it. It has like a giant fucking Israel flag on the side, and I was like, oh, thanks.
What a dad! What a dad!
So
He's such a
my
dad.
Closet, and I forgot about it, right?
He's such a dad. This is what dads do. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe how much of a dad he is.
Literally committing violence in response. So if you want to check out my latest Patreon exclusive,
so dad.
A link to it in the pinned comment.
I mean, dad isn't a father, not someone who has passed out.
With many more exclusives coming there in the very near future. But of course, all this weighs down to problematic VTuber collabs with someone. Now they're problematic, and all the usual suspects
Fierce
have
to
make it
fathom.
known
This game
that
is pretty
they,
good, actually.
are
This is
very
a fun
upset about
game.
it on social media.
Very
And
interesting
such
game.
cases.
It's
But
probably
anyways,
like one of the
that's gonna
most
do it for this
horrifying
video.
horror
If
games
you enjoyed,
that ever
please consider
horrored.
giving the video a like, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for daily uploads and multiple streams.
Yeah, you
a
know what?
week
That's
live
my
here on
new
YouTube.
stance on it, guys.
But overall, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
It's a good video by Rev.
For real.
That's gonna be my new stance from now on. Is like when they're like, "Oh, you're like a white supremacist, racist," so I'm just like, "Yeah, you're right. You fucking got me, dude." Wow. How did you fucking know? Because I'm just tired of like I'm tired of fighting it. You know, I'm just over it.
So put 'em in the box.
So yeah, that was the video. Go there, give a like, go to Rev maybe 2 as well. Give a like 2, they all deserve it. A commentary, nice, friendly, or maybe not a nice friendly. Maybe you didn't like the video, in which case make your commentary not hateful. I don't think it's productive to be hateful. Maybe some kind of like criticism, like maybe voicing your concerns and disagreements as an adult person should. And that will be it for me. I will see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.